What? What about French toast?
French toast?
What about beef?
What about it?
Hey, we all know TikTok is a really cool app filled up with some funny homemade content. But does this app have enough spyware on it to scare even Bart Simpson? Or is this claim just a paranoid piece of propaganda? I've got the answer to that meme of a mystery, plus answers on a couple other things that you guys are, well, puzzled about. Like this picture that claims to show the world's largest RC plane, a picture that wants us to believe this jellyfish can live forever, and this picture claiming the ostrich shape in this plank of wood is completely natural. I've got all that plus a new mystery video, my favorite fake of the week, and a whole lot more, so isolate yourself where you are and get ready to test your brains in the real or fake zone. Hey guys, Bill here. We're going to be getting to our big story in just a minute, but first I want to give a big thanks to this week's sponsor, Private Internet Access. Do you ever get that feeling that somebody's watching what you're doing while you're on the internet? I know I do, and it's not just because I'm paranoid. The internet is filled with thousands of eyes who want nothing more than to track your movements and grab as much information about you as possible. Now, I know what some of you guys are going to say. They only do that so they can show me ads about stuff I'm more interested in. Well, hold on a minute, because you know what? A lot of that snooping is by real bona fide bad guys who want to steal your identity and turn your life into a real nightmare. Especially now when everybody's doing the work at home thing. So you know what I do to keep myself safe? I use Private Internet Access. Private Internet Access is really easy to use privacy protection software. In just a few clicks, like you see me doing here, you can keep yourself private and safe when you use the internet at home or in public. It's compatible with most operating systems, including Windows, Mac, iOS, Android, Amazon Fire Stick, Linux, and more. It's the PC Mag Editor's Choice 2020, making it the best VPN for 2020. What I like about it most is it doesn't slow down your internet and allows you to unblock region-specific content. Guys, when it comes to privacy protection, Private Internet Access is the one for me. And once you try it, I'm sure it's going to be the one for you too. Just use my special link in the description box and get up to 76% off and 2 extra months for free. So what are you waiting for? Get clicking and protect yourself before it's too late. Okay, now that we know how cool it is to have private internet access in our corner, what do you say we get back to this claim that TikTok is a spy app? The story was first sent in by Kinta, who just wrote, "Hey Bill, is TikTok really a spy app made in China?" Kinta, I think the real question here is how we're going to define spyware. Because, as we all know, other companies like Facebook and Google and YouTube, they all gather information on us. But the question here is TikTok taking it further by actually putting spyware that not only collects our information, but also account numbers, passwords, keystrokes, things that we're actually doing on our phones and computers. Let's take a look. Taking a closer look at the news article Kinta sent in, we see it comes from a British newspaper called the Daily Mail. Now, the Daily Mail is not the most reliable newspaper in the world, but let's see what they have to say. Basically, it tells us that TikTok is actually owned by a Chinese company called ByteDance. And that's why many people think it's a security threat, because this means the app might be sharing data with the Chinese government. Now, I don't know if you know this, but there is a law in China that allows the Chinese government to ask and get any information they want from Chinese-owned companies. The article then goes on to say that both the Australian military and the US Army have both banned service personnel from using the app. I can see why the military might be concerned about that. I mean, imagine yourself in a future scenario. Let's say you're having a war with China. Well, China, to find out where all your soldiers are, all they have to do is check the GPS, which they can get to through the TikTok app. The article goes on to talk about the threat to children being spied upon, but not much else.
This is a threat to American security. When China has data on 110 million Americans, who knows what they do with it?
I don't know. I mean, on the one hand, we have people like Steve Huffman, the CEO of Reddit, declaring that TikTok is spyware. But then we have the company TikTok itself, which is denying all that and pointing out that their servers are only located in the United States and Europe, and they are not sharing information with the Chinese government. So, I'll tell you what, why don't we take a vote? Let's see how you guys are feeling. Now, if you think there's actual spyware on TikTok, I want you to vote real. If you think, on the other hand, they're just a normal app and they just collect the normal information like everybody else from Facebook to YouTube, then I want you to vote fake. And if you don't think we have a solid answer, then you vote unknown. Okay, so go ahead and leave me your votes up here. If that doesn't work for you, you can always leave your answers down in the comment section. And if neither one of those are working, you just shout it out. Okay, you ready? And go. Hey, while we're waiting for everybody to make their choices and vote, what do you say we take a look at this week's mystery video? A bunch of people sent in this video, including Tom Valentino, who asked, "What is this stuff?" Tom, I have no idea, but maybe one of our informed viewers might know and let us know what it is in the comment section. Here's another version of this video that claims that goo is actually living venom.
What the hell are you?
We are Venom.
Speaking of mysteries, does anybody know what this is? I mean, is this an old plane or a Star Wars prop? By the way, I want to thank all those people who left answers last week to this video, especially this person who sent this. The general consensus is the trucks are called BM-13 Katyushas, and they can fire up to 24 rockets each. So, looks like this video might be real after all. Okay, so what do you say we get back to our little espionage story and find out what the official answer is? Because I really want to know personally. I've got that app on my phone. If this thing turns out to be real, well, you know where that app is going. Despite the fact that 700 million people signed up for TikTok last year. That's more than YouTube. And the official answer is... unknown. While we don't have the tools to actually check and find solid evidence that there is spyware in the app, Gary Malivsky, publisher of Cyber Defense Magazine, says it certainly has creepware on it.
So the difference between spyware and creepware: spyware, you are guaranteed to be spied on. You know who's doing it. You know, we've discovered that this spyware connects to a server in a government agency or, you know, say a criminal gang in another country. In this case, TikTok has so much data collection capability, turning on microphone and webcam and looking at your contacts list and geolocating you, and so many features and functions and permissions. You've given them permission to be pretty creepy. You hope on the other side they're not creeps. So creepware is software that just has way too many permissions beyond what it really needs to do.
Now that we know all this, I asked Gary what he thinks we should do with our TikTok apps. He suggested we just switch them out.
I'd look for something made in America, or even in the EU, somewhere where the laws, you know, China's internet laws are very different than the US. Because that company is Beijing, if the Chinese government says, give us a feed every split second out of your app and the servers when you collect it, that company has to comply with that law. If the U.S. said that, they would say, I'm taking you to the Supreme Court, you know, I'm going to fight in my local court system. Don't be surprised if this is real spyware that is, you know, a front as a company, but doing work for the Chinese government. Don't be surprised. That does happen.
That was Gary Malivsky from Cyber Defense Magazine, which, by the way, is free to subscribe to. I'm going to leave a link for it down in the description box so you can check it out. Thanks, Gary. Next up is this picture. It was sent in by Mango Man, who just wrote, "Is this really the biggest RC plane in the world?" Mango Man, when I first opened up your picture, my jaw dropped. I mean, I'm used to seeing RC planes about this size, but I've never seen anything like this. Holy cow. From the looks of it, it's an Airbus A380, which is the biggest passenger aircraft in the world. So I would assume this one has to be the biggest RC plane in the world. Okay guys, take a good look over and then let me know what you think. If you think this really is the biggest RC plane in the world, then vote real. But on the other hand, if you think there's still yet another RC plane out there that's even bigger than this one, then you vote fake. And as usual, if you don't think we have an answer, you just vote unknown. So go ahead and give me your votes up here. Answers down in the comment section or shout it out. I'm going to get out this and we're going to find out if we really got the biggest RC control plane in the world, and it may be a growing thing because, they're going to stop making the real A380s. I don't really know why, but, who knows? Maybe they could keep making these model versions. And if they get any bigger, you could probably put people in them. Let's see. Oh, and the official answer is, you ready for this? Fake. As it turns out, the biggest RC plane in the world is this Boeing 747. This thing is 5.3 meters or 18 feet long, and the A380, it turns out, is only 4.82 meters or 16 feet long. The strange thing about these planes is, as big as they are, they can only carry enough fuel to fly for about 10 minutes.
Throughout the centuries, an immortal clan has fought the timeless war of good and evil.
The list of movies with immortal characters in them seems almost endless in itself.
You cannot die, MacLeod. Accept it.
The theme of immortality is stuff that fiction is made from. But what if there's a creature that really is immortal on this planet and it looks like this? The picture was sent in by MVCC, who wrote, "Is this jellyfish really immortal?" MVC, I can think of a lot of other creatures that would be much better contenders to be immortal than a jellyfish. Like maybe tardigrades? These little guys are known to be the most indestructible species in the world, so maybe they could live forever. But who knows? Maybe a laid-back jellyfish is just the ticket. Okay, so here's how we're going to vote on this one. If you think this jellyfish really can live forever, I want you to vote real. If on the other hand you think somebody's just making that up and trying to prank us, then I want you to vote fake. And as usual, if you don't think we have a solid answer, you vote unknown. Go ahead, let me know your votes up here. Answers down in the comment section or shout it out. I will get out the official immortal answer and find out what we got here. You want to wait around? I'm sure that jellyfish could wait around a couple of centuries before it gets the answer. Ladies and gentlemen, the official answer is real. That's right. According to V101 Science, the Turritopsis dohrnii, also known as the immortal jellyfish, has the biological ability to virtually live forever. It can do this by growing to maturity and then turning itself back into a baby. It would be similar to a butterfly turning itself back into a caterpillar instead of dying and then becoming a butterfly again over and over and over. There's no word on whether we can use these creatures to help ourselves to become immortal or even if they would help us improve our memory, but there's always hope.
Welcome to the crew line.
Hey, do you remember our old friend pareidolia? That's that phenomena where our brains make up recognizable shapes out of random patterns. Kind of like this, or even this. Well, here's a new one for you. The picture was sent in by Kyle Van Kampen, who just wrote, "I want to know if this is real or Photoshop." Kyle, I could see this being another good example of pareidolia, but on the other hand, I could also see this as a great opportunity for a Photoshopper to make us think we're experiencing pareidolia when we're not. Okay, guys, take a good long look at this picture and see what you think. Now, if you think that image in the board just happens to be a natural pattern, then I want you to vote real. If on the other hand you think somebody tampered with this thing, then I want you to vote fake. And as usual, if you don't think we have an answer, you vote unknown, okay? Okay, so go ahead and make your votes up here. Answers down there or shout it out. I will get out the old red envelope and we will find out if that board really has the natural image of an ostrich in it. If it's real, I hope that after the picture was taken, they didn't put it like, behind the bathroom wall somewhere, never to be seen again. Because, something like that, I would frame it, put it up on my wall. Anyway, let's get the official answer here. And, ladies and gentlemen, the official answer is real. Thanks to infamous Facebook researcher Luan Ashton, we were able to find this article about the unique plank of wood. It was purchased by Danny Moss in Manchester, England, who took the picture and put it on his Facebook. One of the weird things about this picture, pointed out by Kinnicol, Nakila Bagnol, and Jeff Kane, the second board over here, you see this one on the left? It has the same pattern on it. Nature, you strange. All right, well, that's about it for the main part of the show, but don't go away just yet. I still got to show you my favorite fake of the week. And hey, don't forget, we have a new show every Friday, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as the notifications bell so you get a shot at being first official comment and win the pin. And now, for my favorite fake of the week. You remember our old friend who used to create life in his kitchen called Homunculus? Well, here's a much more sophisticated version sent in by Robert S. The video was made by Vitalik Ignatuk, and well, I don't know how this was done, but one thing I can tell you, it's so fake. It's funny! Hey, don't go away just yet. There are a whole lot more real or fakes you can look at. Just go ahead and click on one.